wrestling fans, and welcome to the Showboat. And this is AWA Championship Wrestling. Ken Resnick with you here, and joining me in the broadcast position as always, Jesse the Body Ventura. And tonight, Jess, we're going to see the television championship defended by Curt Hennig.
Yeah, he's going against the guy who's had it out for his old man for a long time now.
All right, good evening, fans. We're going to kick things off tonight with a title match. Curt Hennig is defending the AWA Television Championship tonight against the man who has been, as you mentioned, giving his father a run for his money for the last several months here in the AWA.
Yeah, we saw what happened at the most recent meeting. Curt Hennig's dad, Larry the Axe Hennig, managed to do what he wanted to do. He really gave it to Mad Dog Vachon. Now Vachon comes back and says, I'm going to take it out on your son. We'll see if he's capable of doing that. I don't know how great a condition Mad Dog's going to be in going into this match. But Curt Hennig had no problem putting that title on the line tonight. That could be a mistake.
Well, say what you will about Curt Hennig, but he is a fighting champion, no doubt about that. And tonight he goes on and once again proves it by defending the title right here on television.
Well, it's a television title. Do you think he ought to defend it on television?
You've got a point.
Yeah, I normally do. That's why I'm the man who calls it like it is. Now shut up and learn something.
We welcome you and the Nation Network, and we want to thank you so much for your support with our Extra Life campaign. We have exceeded the $100 goal, and we thank all of you that helped us achieve that. For those of you that would still like to contribute, there is still time. We're leaving that site open. You can just go down to the link below in the description box, and you can still make your donation that will go to help the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals.
You and I were almost out of jobs there for about 4 months.
Not really. I kind of believed that the Nation was going to come through, and they did. In stupendous form, I might say. As the AWA champion, television champion, Curt Hennig makes his way to the ring, does not seem too concerned about his opposition.
Well, he might not be too concerned about it right now, but again, don't take this man lightly. He's a grizzled veteran. He's very tough. And he's got the better of his old man a couple of times, so it's not like he's not capable of winning this match.
Well, he's definitely capable. The question is, will he be able to do it? As we take a look at the AWA Television Championship. Tremendous night of wrestling coming your way here on the Nation Network this evening. Later on tonight, the NWA will be in action, and we'll have it for you here live as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a very busy night. Lots of things to be settled. A lot of fallout from last week's super event.
The Mega Stream was a huge success. We again thank all of you that joined us for that. As we take a look at the AWA Television Champion, Curt Hennig. There's the title, it's on the line.
Well, again, he doesn't look at all concerned, and I'm all about confidence, but just make sure that that confidence doesn't cloud your vision.
Somehow I don't think that's going to be a problem with Curt Hennig, but you know the Mad Dog definitely has some vengeance on his mind right now. Well, that's not something I expected to see.
Why not? It's 2K. They always put a stupid handshake in there.
All right, leading things off. Curt Hennig with a neck breaker right out the gate. Wasting no time whatsoever, going to work on the challenger, clubbing forearm down to the back, and now the Mad Dog comes up with a knee right to the midsection, and the champion goes down, and now to the eyes.
Well, so much for handshakes, right?
Well, you knew it wasn't going to stay a wrestling match because Mad Dog Vachon does not trade wrist locks.
No, but the question is Curt Hennig able to get down there and rake eyes and throw clinch fists and get all nasty? Because if you're going to go up against this guy and try to out-wrestle him, you might very well be on the short end of the stick.
Well, we've already seen what he's capable of doing. It was back at Wrestle Rock that the Mad Dog was on the receiving end of a brutal beatdown at the hands of Larry the Axe Hennig. Retribution for the absolute tragic beating he gave Hennig over 4 months earlier.
Well, Larry the Axe Hennig, I'll tell you, he's an older guy as well, and he knows his way around the rings, and he's one of those big, tough bone kind of guys, and him and the Mad Dog is a good matchup. I'm just not sure his son's got that toughness in him yet.
Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out in the very near future as these two men continue to go, and raking the back right now is the Mad Dog. Shoots him to the ropes with the Irish whip. Back out front he comes. Curt Hennig catches the leg, goes right to the hamstring.
Well, Hennig, I'll give credit where credit is due. He reversed that perfectly. And now look at this with the snap of the neck.
And now Hennig is waiting on the Mad Dog. He went for the axe attack, but look at that. He was ready for it. And now, went for the pile driver, but Hennig reverses that as well.
I gotta tell you, I'm impressed by the youngster right now. He's doing a tremendous job here.
Hooks the leg. And there's that cradle suplex. He hooks the leg. And he's got the hands clasped together. Will that be enough? He gets two only.
Very, very close right there to getting the 3 count, but to his credit, just barely able to get out. But I give credit where credit is due. That's what I do.
Into the turnbuckle he goes, and now Curt Hennig putting him up on the top rope. What's he got in mind? Oh, look at this.
The Mad Dog. The wily veteran using his knowledge and his cunning right here to take the advantage over the champion. Caught him off the top rope with a big devastating clothesline, and again, rake in the back. This is now about psychology. This is old school versus new school.
Oh, and he just drops the champion to the throat first across the rope. Hennig might be out.
He might have a new champion, no. But he's got the attention now, and this goes back to what I said early on. If he doesn't have focus right now, Curt Hennig is going to be losing that title here tonight.
Continuing to rake the back.
At some point in time, I would not be surprised to see blood flowing down the back of Curt Hennig. The Mad Dog getting those hands deep in there, raking them down across the back.
He continues to do work on the back of Curt Hennig, coming off the middle rope, and now goes for the cover again, doesn't hook the leg.
He's got to hook the leg, though. Look at that. If he were to hook the leg, he'd be the new champion right now.
I believe you're right. Hennig just barely shrugging out of that one. And now Mad Dog ramming the head of the champion into the tackle.
Well, there was a point in this match where it really looked like Hennig had the veteran's number, but that time is gone.
Big back elbow right to the face, and now Hennig has got the Mad Dog up and drops him into the turnbuckle head first. And now he goes for the cover, also failing to hook the leg.
Yeah, these two dudes got to understand something. You're not going to pin either one without hooking a leg. You've got to go the 9 miles.
Hennig with a tremendous knee lift takes him down.
Ward drops a big elbow right to the back.
In from behind now, Hennig has got him. Shin buster brings that leg down across the knee.
You see, Hennig's kind of got he's not focused. This is what I mentioned. He's going after the arm, he's going after the leg. He's got to pick a body part and just focus on that. Right now, he's not doing that.
Oh, once again, he's going to go for that cradle suplex, and if he hits it, he does.
Is he able to clasp his hands together? I don't think he could.
It was close, but either way, the Mad Dog able to kick out of that one.
Very, very close right there, but the Mad Dog still had enough left to get out of it. That is nearly a perfect suplex, though, because it compresses the shoulders and the neck. And then you have the leg already coiled up in there in that hook the leg formation that we've been talking about. I would call that almost a perfect suplex.
Right now, the Mad Dog throwing some perfect right hands, and now he's going to go for that pile driver that he went for earlier. Only this time he hits.
Oh, and he's busted him wide open. Blood flowing down the head of Curt Hennig.
And the champion throws him off. But he gets caught coming in. Hennig reverses it. And there's the inverted atomic knee drop.
Well, I'll tell you right now, these two guys really going. Punch for punch, hold for hold. I give Hennig some credit right now. He's hanging in there with that grizzled veteran, and he's getting a beating, but he's coming back for more.
There's the knee lift, and down he goes. Hooks the leg this time. Will it be enough? He gets two, and it's over.
Well, that's a real big win for Mr. Curt Hennig, I should say. Curt Hennig gets a huge victory right there. We take a look back at the replay of the action right here. Went to that suplex, and again, a damn near caught it perfect. Here it is. And you can see it, he couldn't quite clasp his hands together, because had he done that, I don't think there would have been a kick out.
Well, I'll tell you right now, fans, that was about as close as he'd want to get. Hennig nearly dropping the title, but he comes out victorious and still the AWA television champion, the one and only Curt Hennig. Fans, we've got plenty more action still to come. We're going to be hearing from Sgt Slaughter. Stay with us. All right, fans, we are back for more. Jake the Milkman Milliman making his way down the aisle.
Well, Jake the Milkman Milliman is making his way down the aisle, but I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't want to be him.
Well, he's definitely going to have his hands full because he's going up against a man who's brought a lot of controversy here to the AWA as of late. Like it or not, he is the reigning world-class championship wrestling champion, Jerry Lawler. It is a title that he has refused to defend and return, leaving world class without a world champion and without a television contract. He has threatened to do the same thing right here. The AWA became very close back at Wrestle Rock.
Well, and that's the whole thing everybody's wondering. Is he just going to get the AWA title and retire that as well? Or is he trying to unify the title? What exactly is it he's trying to do here?
Well, it appears to me that he just wants to have it where he is the champion of all wrestling. And he knows the best way to do that, I suppose, is to collect some trophies along the way. If he has all of the championship titles from every federation, then I guess that pretty much is going to give him credibility to his claim. Lawler starting right off with a big clothesline, and down goes Jake the Milkman Milliman.
I'll tell you right now, Nick Backlund is definitely going to have to give him a return match because nothing was settled in that last one, and I do believe the fans want to see it, but the concern has to be what happens if Lawler gets that title.
Lawler now taking control of Jake Milliman. What's he going to do with him here? Just drove his head into the back. Now hooks it. Look at this. Continues the beating here on Jake Milliman.
Oh, look at this. Now Milliman finding a little bit of something inside of him. Northern-like suplex on Jerry Lawler.
And now the king, the self-professed king of professional wrestling, Jerry Lawler, comes back with some of his own. Tremendous scoop slam. Down he goes. And now Milliman down, and Lawler just staring him down. Now he's waiting for him to get back up.
Now he's going to help him back up because he got tired of waiting.
Lawler going to work on the midsection, and now head first right into the middle of the mat.
Lawler just calling him out, saying, "Come on, punk, get up."
He is having his way with Jake Milliman right now, I can tell you that. And I know that Nick Bockwinkel and Bobby the Brain Heenan have got to be watching this one from the back.
Well, there's very little doubt in my mind that Bobby the Brain Heenan's watching because that's why he is the brain. And he's going to give his man every advantage possible.
Tremendous right hand, and down goes the Milkman.
Well, he may be the Milkman, but it's Lawler who's delivering.
Drops him head first with a DDT, and now that could be it.
Lawler sizing him up. What's he getting? Oh, wait, we saw this earlier.
Nobody hits one quite like Lawler, though. That pile driver has been outlawed in so many areas.
And there's a reason for it, because you can end a man's career with that move.
He hooks a leg, and it is just academic at this point. Are you kidding me?
Well, I think that's a huge mistake on the part of Jake the Milkman Milliman. He's going to pay dividends for that one, I believe.
You have to wonder just how much the Milkman has. Gets a 1 count on Lawler. Went for the suplex, and I think his luck just ran out. Lawler, what's he doing now? Taking off the turnbuckle pad, exposing the steel ring.
Well, I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so.
Milliman head first into the steel buckle. He's been busted wide open.
Well, if you didn't think there was going to be payback, then you don't know Joey Lawler.
He sees blood and now just tearing into that open wound. The king of wrestling with another devastating pile driver.
And I don't believe he's going to try kicking out from this one.
And Lawler hooking the leg. Referee is in position.
You can count to 20 right now, and I guarantee you he's not kicking out.
You are 100% right. He is not.
Well, let's take a look back at some of the action here, and you can see what I'm talking about. There was the first pile driver. That one should have put him away, but he was too stupid to stay down.
Milliman, I guess, thought he had the ability to win this match, and he does kick out on two. But that would be the mistake, as Lawler, you see, teeing off on him. But then he saw that blood, and then a second pile driver. That could have done irreparable damage.
Oh, wait a minute. Now here he goes again. Again, this was a big mistake by the Milkman. Never should have gotten out of that pile driver. He's going to be made to pay the price.
Lawler's got him off. Again, head first into that exposed steel ring.
Milkman's in a lot of trouble right now. I hope the showboat has some real good medical staff, because they're going to need it.
Third pile driver, we do need medical attention. The Milkman is not moving. Fans will be back with more right after this. All right, fans, it was just a few weeks ago that we saw this absolutely heinous attack on Sgt Slaughter.
The Allied Powers really did a number on him, but tonight I understand there's something that he's got on his mind that he wants to share.
Well, here he comes, the former America's heavyweight champion, recently losing that title to King Kong Bundy, who we expect to see here in the AWA very shortly. But Slaughter not taking any opportunity missed.
You know, I've allowed myself to become distracted. I've been distracted by the Allied powers. Well, you have had numbers advantage. But I have military advantage. You see, I know how to win a war. Just ask the Iron Sheik. So what I've done is recruited another member to join us and become part of the Cobra Corp. And tonight, it will be 3-on-3, not 3-on-2, not 3-on-1. Tonight, Allied powers, you will face the Cobra Corp. We will be at full strength. You're gonna find out that America doesn't run when we are faced with a challenge. We stand and we fight. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sgt Slaughter is ready, and we're going to find out who is the latest inductee into the Cobra Corp. Spy Hunter, Nowhere to Run, featuring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson will be coming here soon to the Nation Network. And look at this. Bob Backlund attacking Larry Zbyszko.
Well, what's going on with this?
Well, apparently there was some altercation between these two men backstage at Wrestle Rock. I don't know the details of it. But we have not seen Bob Backlund fired up like that in quite some time, and whatever it was must have been pretty intense.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Bob Backlund, normally a goody two-shoes. He come out here tonight like a house of fire, but he may have already burnt himself out.
Zbyszko now with a big suplex on Bob Backlund. Fans, we heard earlier from Sgt Slaughter, tonight our main event will be the Cobra Corp in full strength against the Allied Powers.
Yeah, I'm, like everybody else, very curious to see who exactly is filling in that third spot for the Cobra Corp.
Backlund tries to get the cover, hooks the leg, but doesn't get more than one.
At least he's hooking the leg. I tell you, Bob Backlund, he's a very well-trained professional wrestler because he was a great amateur wrestler, and he's going to understand the importance of hooking legs. It's very hard. That's why it's only a 1 count in amateur wrestling. Very hard to hold a man's shoulders down to the mat.
Snapping the neck of Larry Zbyszko. And now Backlund, the former WWF World Champion here in the AWA. Dropping Zbyszko down across the top rope, now hooks the leg.
Well, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Bob Backlund, the only guy I've called a match on in weeks that's actually going and hooking the leg each and every time.
Right to the eyes, though, knows Larry Zbyszko, and that could be all she wrote. Backlund is blinded right now. He doesn't know what's up.
Well, he's definitely going to be a little bit disoriented. Here's the thing about wrestling that people take for granted. If you can't see or you can't breathe, you're not worried about wrestling a match. Those are two particular senses that you absolutely have to have going for you. So if you can take a man's breath away with a sleeper hold or a bear hug, or if you can blind him, even though it's not in the rules, he didn't get disqualified, did he? But it gives him a distinct advantage while Backlund's trying to find his way around, and he's no longer thinking about wrestling, he's thinking about surviving.
Well, Zbyszko landed the neck breaker, but now he's injured as well.
He must have landed awkwardly. I didn't see what happened exactly, but they both went down.
Now Backlund with that leg.
A little surprised to see him going after the leg when we all know he wants the chicken wing, but once again he hooks the leg when he goes for the cover, and for that I give him all the credit in the world.
Backlund went for that knee and missed as Zbyszko got out of the way, but now Zbyszko into the turnbuckle. On drag from the middle rope, takes Zbyszko all the way out to the center of the ring. And now Backlund from the middle rope.
Well, Backlund right now is very charged up, and he wants Larry Zbyszko on his feet. That's what he's got.
Sledgehammer down across the head, and now Backlund going up again all the way to the top rope this time. Drives the knee down to the chest.
This is very uncharacteristic for Bob Backlund, so whatever happened between him and Larry Zbyszko, I'd have to say must have been pretty bad, because Backlund doing things here tonight that I'm not used to seeing him do.
Slightly out of character, to say the least, but Bob Backlund handing it out to Larry Zbyszko now. And here's that chicken wing, and if he puts it on him, it might be over.
Yeah, I believe that's going to be all for Larry Zbyszko. He may be the one going to Larryland here tonight.
Indeed he does, tap out, and Bob Backlund gets the win. Tremendous victory for Bob Backlund.
I don't know what went down between those two dudes in the back, but clearly Bob Backlund had some score to settle here tonight. You have to wonder if he feels like he's done that with this victory.
As we look back, Backlund coming off that top rope with that knee, that almost was enough by itself.
Yeah, but this was what put him away, and it's put a lot of people away. That cross-face chicken wing is very difficult to do anything once he's got that cinched on you.
Tag Team Champions, the Midnight Rockers, Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, the Midnight Rockers, we're going to get a look at them right now. Once again, they are now the former Tag Team Champions, and now they're going to have to go back to the bottom and work their way back up if they can. And that starts right here tonight.
Well, I don't know if they're going all the way to the bottom of the list, but I can tell you right now, they're going to have a tough challenge. But a win here would go a long way to getting them another shot at the Nasty Boys. Members of the Heenan family, Ray the Crippler Stevens and Ken Patera.
That's the Olympic strongman to you.
Ray the Crippler Stevens, he and Nick Bockwinkel, longtime tag team partners. Of course, Bockwinkel right now with a lot of obligations with the AWA World title. Ken Patera recently added to the Heenan family by Bobby the Brain Heenan. And these two men now forming a tag team of their own with a huge opportunity right here tonight.
Well, this is a huge opportunity for both teams, really, because whoever wins has got to be considered a top contender for the tag team titles. I would say, personally, the Midnight Rockers have the most to lose in this situation. They've already lost to the tag champions. If they lose to this team as well, I don't see how you make an argument to give them a very quick rematch.
Well, there is that little thing about a contract. And that contract definitely has something in it that states that they get a return match.
You know, at the same point in time, you've got to earn stuff in life. And right now, if they can't beat this team, not for nothing, I mean, I'm just saying, they're not the tag team champions. So if you can't beat the team that's not the tag team champions, how do you get a shot at the tag team champions?
Patera draped across the bottom rope, but he gets out of there very quickly. Shawn Michaels goes to work on the shoulder. Now teardrop suplex by Michaels, nicely executed, and he drove Ken Patera into the mat. And look what they're doing right now. They're keeping this thing in their corner of the ring.
Well, that's what you have to do. That's smart tag team wrestling. I'm not saying they're not smart tag team wrestlers. They are. They know how to wrestle as a tag team better than most teams do. Not better than the Nasty Boys, but better than most. And they are doing the right thing. Here's the double team referee allowing it to go.
Well, as we know, there are 5 seconds to get out of the ring. Tag is made by Patera to Ray the Crippler Stevens.
See, that was a big mistake right there by Marty Jannetty. He should have been able to keep him in his corner to water. But now the fresh man's in the ring, and how's that working out for him?
Stevens now on the middle rope. He wants Jannetty up to his feet. The crowd on their feet. Down across the back with a sledgehammer, and Jannetty face first into the canvas. And now choking him out on the mat. Jannetty now in trouble down across that rope.
Yeah, that goes back to what I mentioned earlier. If you can't breathe, you don't think about wrestling. And that move right there will definitely give you a little bit of a gasp for air. Not as bad as a chokehold that does it for a prolonged period of time, but it still takes you out of the mental thought process of being a wrestler.
Shawn Michaels now tagged in. Nicely done by Marty Jannetty, keeping the fresh man in. And Shawn Michaels going to work on the shoulder of Ray the Crippler Stevens. Now Shawn Michaels going to go for a pile driver on Ray Stevens, taking a page out of the book of the Crippler.
Well, I'll tell you, that's taking a page out of the book, all right, but I think there's a page, or I should say a payback coming. I don't think Ray Stevens is going to be very happy about that. I think there's going to be a price to be paid by Shawn Michaels.
Well, time will tell, but right now the Rockers are really dominating the majority of this match. Oh, they were up until now anyway. Stevens with a tremendous knee neck breaker.
Ray the Crippler Stevens, he's another one of those guys who's really just tough. He doesn't have $1 million physique, but he's tough and he can take a beating. But man, the one he can hand out, I don't think these pretty boys have ever seen a beating like the one they're going to get at the hands of a Ray the Crippler Stevens.
Well, Shawn Michaels dropping Ray Stevens once again down on his head. Super kick right on the money.
He dropped Stevens, but he doesn't go for the cover. That might have been a big mistake.
Tag is made, and here we go. Into the night, super kick. And they get the win.
Then Patera comes in and he misses the save opportunity.
Tremendous win for the Midnight Rockers, and you know they're going to be going after the Nasty Boys now.
With a double super kick, he's right on the money. Look at that. And once again, Janetti looks to make a break there. I think he stumbled coming into the ring. It looked like he stumbled.
You have to wonder how Bobby the Brain Heenan's going to feel about that opportunity lost. And there are your winners. The Midnight Rockers stay with us. The Cobra Corp makes its full-scale debut right here in the AWA.
Rusev Udria, Rusev Machka.
All right, fans, we are back, and it is time. This is our main event of the evening, and ring the ring at this time. The recent addition to the Allied Powers, Colonel De Beers.
We have a Colonel De Beers now joining forces with Boris Zbyszko. Baron Von Raschke. This is now a very formidable team, and we saw what they're capable of already. The beatdown they gave to Sgt Slaughter just a couple of weeks ago is the reason this is all happening right now.
And fans, we take a look once again back at what happened just 2 weeks ago. Sgt Slaughter on the receiving end of this brutal beatdown. 3 against 1. He said at that time in training was the newest member of the Cobra Corp. He's ready tonight to make his in-ring debut.
Well, we're about to find out who it's going to be, and I've got...
That's Corporal Kirchner.
Wow. Sgt Slaughter has gone and got himself a corporal.
Corporal Kirchner has rounded out the Cobra Corp roster. The look on the face of Baron Von Raschke says it all to me. He looks concerned.
Yeah, Baron Von Raschke definitely not happy at all with what he's seeing here. Scott Hall, Sgt Slaughter, and now this.
Well, that gives him an airborne division to work with, and when you're going into battle, you need to have all of your team ready.
All 6 men legal at one time. This is going to be brutal. Good luck keeping track of this one.
Right now, Slaughter getting thrown from pillar to post by Zbyszko, but look at the new guy. Clothesline, and Zbyszko going out to the floor.
Now he turns his attention to Baron Von Raschke. We've got a 3-on-2 disadvantage for the Allied forces.
Von Raschke now out to the floor he goes. Zbyszko rammed headfirst into the canvas. Slaughter's got a game plan here, and I'm starting to see it.
Well, the question is, what is it, and are they going to see it?
There it is again. Keep a 3-on-2 advantage in the ring at all times, and that's exactly what he's been able to do.
Well, he's been able to do it, but not right now.
Well, it is a 2-on-1. It's he and Scott Hall. Slaughter going to use the numbers advantage to his advantage. Double team right now on Colonel De Beers. Have him up.
Big choke slam, and down goes De Beers.
Slaughter does a great job of stopping the would-be interference by Baron Von Raschke. Continues to do a number right now. Belly-to-belly suplex, and Slaughter just put him down.
The Cobra Corp are very much in control of this match right now.
Cobra clutch is on. Slaughter's got that Cobra clutch cinched in there.
He's trying hard to break out of it. I don't know if he can.
De Beers just broke it up in the nick of time. Otherwise, this one was over. Slaughter goes for the cover again. De Beers making the save.
Now Colonel De Beers takes Slaughter out with a big Bulldog right to the middle of the ring, and suddenly Sgt Slaughter on the receiving end.
Back body drop now by Kirchner. 2 in the ring, and the pinfall can only take place in the ring. Look at Slaughter, smart right now, leaving.
Running is the word I would use.
He didn't want the disadvantage on himself, so he ran back outside the ring. Now Slaughter tries desperately to take Boris Zukov down. Zukov with a big knee. Zukov and Slaughter have battled for that AWA America's title back and forth. It has gone between them.
Meantime, Corporal Cursor outside the ring with Colonel De Beers, and De Beers really teaching him a lesson.
Well, as long as the action stays on the floor, there is no end to this match. Slaughter went for the cannon, nobody was home. Flying dropkick, down he goes. 3-on-1 now, Colonel De Beers not in a good place at all. Slaughter goes for the cover. Save is made by Baron Von Reschke.
Well, Von Reschke was trying it himself, and now wait, what just happened there?
There's a lot of action happening in the ring, a lot of confusion. Slaughter just got turned inside out, and he's out to the floor. Now it is a numbers game again, 3-on-1. But Scott Hall is on the receiving end, and he's in trouble.
Scott Hall's in a lot of trouble, but he manages somehow to fight his way out of it.
Slaughter intercepting Colonel De Beers. What a war we've got going on here, fans. Cover in the middle of the ring, and it's over.
Scott Hall got the pinfall while all hell was breaking loose.
Sgt Slaughter had a mission. He had a game plan, he had a wartime strategy, and it paid off here tonight.
Well, I gotta give credit with Brendan Stu because I am a man who knows what I can do. He did have a game plan, and these two men executed to perfection.
Fans, we want to thank you for joining us. Remember, tonight on the Nation Network, we've got more coming your way. The NWA in just a few